Divine Feminines, I hope everyone's incredibly well as always. I'm going to dig into this message around the Divine Masculine Collective because I have been picking up on their exhaustion. It feels like a wave of tiredness, okay? And I feel like it has a lot to do with all of the emotions that they're experiencing in the current moment, okay? There's a lot of feelings for you, and the way the journey is happening for this particular collective is they have to move on or move forward in some way, but they cannot move on from you. Okay, I've been picking up a lot on many of them settling into certain karmic situations, like, you know, you've made your bed, lay in it type of energy, and they're trying their very best to lay in that bed. Okay, that's what I'm getting. They're trying their very best, but it's this battle, and the battle is becoming exhausting because their heart, the truth of what their heart feels just won't let you go. The heart is being very, very stubborn, okay? Because the heart keeps sending all of these feelings or thoughts or emotions around how it is they feel for you, and they try their best to shut it off. And again, that's where I feel like a lot of the exhaustion is coming from. And maybe it works for a little bit, and then boom, they're back to either yearning for you or longing for you or wanting some kind of closure, needing to reach out. So it feels like someone is just like they need clarity. What do I do? The only thing to do or left to do is to just reach out to you. And I do feel like that by reaching out to the Divine Feminine, you will end up providing some sort of spiritual clarity that they need. But right now they're in the midst of the battle. Okay, so let's dig into the Divine Masculine's energy and we'll see what is behind the exhaustion. Okay, what are they feeling most tired about? Okay, so we have calling the storm. So with storm, I do feel like it is a tower moment. And I am getting very heavily that the tower moment has to do with the truth, okay? So someone having to admit the truth or admit that they were wrong or even admit that they did something in bad faith or they did something knowing that they had emotions for you or feelings for you. And another thing too, guys, that I am getting is it's not only your masculines involved here. Like I do see that they're also having to like stand up to other people. They're having to put their foot down and say, no, this actually isn't what I want. There's certain things as well, right? Like I'm hearing in my head as I'm trying to give you guys this message, like arguments, and I'm hearing a woman pleading, you know, what about everything I've done for you? What about everything we've been through? You know, what about just X, Y, and Z, the list goes on. You know, what about all of the businesses that we have together? What about the children? There are just a lot of things that whoever's like, this is a storm. Like, this is what I'm feeling, okay? A lot of the exhaustion is coming from not speaking their truth when they should have, okay? So I feel like someone entered into something with someone, but it feels really forced. Like, I must say it, like, I know we must all take accountability for our decisions, but this person that they're up against or this person that they're in this relationship with, it's a very forceful energy because I feel like at one point, I mean, they may have really, I think, been there for this Divine Masculine at a time where your Divine Masculine might have been vulnerable, or they might have, you know, built, sacrificed, that's the word, they might have sacrificed. And I feel like there's only so much of this argument that they can have over and over and over again. And someone's done, like they're exhausted with having to try to move on from you. They can't, they've tried. They have tried. And the tiredness and exhaustion is coming from that arguing. I'm going to reveal some truths here with this particular deck about what this storm is bringing up, what it's kicking up. You see all the dust in the background and all of the debris, and also too, they're holding a staff. So I feel like many of your Divine Masculines are very defensive about this connection right now. So if anybody is bringing up your name or dragging your name into this, Now it's coming up that it has nothing to do with you. This is how I've always felt. I've always been unhappy with you. So all of these arguments I feel at this time are coming up for the masculines, and it's causing their energy to leak out a little bit. But I think that these things may be necessary because, you know, it's like sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. It's like they keep trying to work on this, or someone keeps forcing their hand in a particular situation. And I'm hearing they're getting stronger and stronger by now raising the staff. And also, too, there's wood on the crown or branches on the crown. So I feel like they're getting more and more clarity. Let's see what's going on in the background of the storm. So we have affairs. Okay, so I feel like, again, that could be coming up where someone is constantly trying to drag your name into a particular situation, and your masculine may be trying to make sense of it, you know? I feel like the more these arguments happen about this affair, your masculines are getting very defensive and sensitive because they don't see you as an affair. It also says mistress and third party, and it hurts them that someone would refer to you as their mistress, or I'm hearing bad words, which I'm not going to repeat. I'm really hearing a woman getting very angry and really dragging you, Divine Feminines. And this has been consistent. This has been a consistent argument that's been happening in this connection, in this situation. I mean, the cards are definitely revealing it here. But what's different this time around is someone's very sensitive when it comes to you, Divine Feminine. Like, their loyalty is shifting. Whoever this person is that is causing these arguments, they're losing their power. That's why they're getting angrier and angrier, and the storm is being called in. But your Divine Masculines are ready for the storm. Like, I'm hearing they're pulling out their umbrella. They got their rain boots. My boy got a big old raincoat. You know, in the Yin Yang Oracle, the Decisions card, he's got the yellow raincoat on. And I've shared a lot of readings with that card coming up about them having to make a big decision. I think what's forcing the decision is the storm. Like, they're exhausted, guys. I don't think they can go through another cycle of having to defend this connection with you. Yes, I do feel like they definitely connected with you in a romantic way, but there's always been this obstacle with this person there, and this person has never let this go, even if it was just like a slight interaction between you two. A lot of you have received a lot of bad energy, spiritual bad energy, because somebody has constantly had your name in their mouth, Divine Feminines, associating it in like the worst way possible. But right now, your Divine Masculines are putting a stop to that. Like, they're starting to understand energetically, what you throw at my Divine Feminine directly affects me. If she goes down, I take the fucking hit. I take the hit spiritually. And right now it's happening with all of the exhaustion that I'm feeling. When you throw shit at her, I take the hit. I start feeling sick. So I do see things crumbling. Like, you're not a mistress or a third party. You're somebody's true love. Somebody better put some respect on this twin flame connection, is what I am hearing your Divine Masculines feel and say. Okay, we have the honeymoon card, enjoying the bliss of holiday time together. Something could be significant about that, or this is the energy that they're currently in about fantasy. You know, always physically there, but in their mind or in their head, they're with you. You know why? Because it's safe to love you. They feel safe when they're with you. And also about this storm energy, I'm also hearing it's gotten really like chaotic, even like abusive, verbally abusive. They no longer even feel safe in that relationship. That's how bad this connection has affected this person that they're with. I'm also hearing hostage as well. Almost like your Divine Masculines are feeling now they no longer want to be held hostage in that connection. Can we get some energy on that? Yeah, breakup. Because it's feeling like, even as I'm trying to read it, it feels stifling to me. And I think that everybody has their breaking point, and the breaking point in this particular connection is their mind is always here with you. They're no longer present in that situation. And when they are, it has a lot to do with a lot of destructive energy. It's like two people are in a relationship, but they might as well be broken up, or they act as though they're broken up. It says walking away, separation, or the end. And that is what I feel like is the exhaustion here. That exhaustion could be the end. Like, they can't move on from the Divine Feminine. Like, once you guys have that reconciliation energy happen, Like they'll always be in this place of wanting to pursue this and give this a chance because it's safe. It feels good to love you, divine feminines, right? They constantly go back into this shell, or this being held hostage energy. But I love this card because it's like you're not actually hostage, right? Like you can stand up for yourself. You can get assistance. You can reach out for support. You can let other people know, hey, listen, I'm dealing with a psycho and I need help. Okay, a lot of the divine masculines are going through this, guys. Many of them may not admit it because they're too afraid or ashamed to say that as men, they don't know how to handle, a woman's emotions and craziness behind closed doors. But what I'm seeing is like somebody really does emotionally feel trapped. Like a lot of your divine masculines have a big heart in a sense where when a woman starts acting crazy, like they really do like cave. They don't have the gall to like abuse a woman or hit them or whatever the case is, but they definitely will take a lot of abuse from women, especially in the form of like emotional abuse. So that is like some of the truth there that I'm getting out of this oracle deck. That storm has a lot to do with somebody finally saying like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm gonna fight back. And it may not be like physically fight back, but it has a lot to do with like freeing themselves in an emotionally intelligent way. That could have a lot to do with calling in assistance, maybe opening up to family, close friends. What else is happening with the divine feminines? Okay, so stay optimistic about your love life. So they're never going to stop holding space for this connection with you, divine feminines. And I think that's what they wanted you to know. If like you're picking up on the exhaustion energy as well, it's because, certain parts of them are shedding. Okay, we also have the apple as well, representing innocence. They could be gaining a lot of wisdom. There's that death as well. With the apple too, I'm seeing like someone's true colors coming out. Like they really are seeing like wicked witch type of energy. Joy and sexuality, I do feel that's been stolen or taken, and the only place it does tend to come alive again is with you. And that's had a lot to do with the constant arguments. Like someone may not even be able to, be sensual with somebody else, and that's why they argue about you, divine feminines, right? It's like your name it never ceases to come up in the room. It's always one thing or the other. So I feel like your divine masculines are over it. They're exhausted having to hide this connection. They're finally telling somebody like, I can't hide this anymore. I miss my person. That's why I can't be in harmony with you. That's why I can't be around you. Yeah, it makes me think of the 112 song, I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm not sorry that I fell deep in love with her. So baby, do what you gotta do, right? Because someone's threatening them, right? And they're like, yo, at this point, do what you gotta do. That is this calling in the storm energy. The things that they might have been afraid of before in terms of losing or being embarrassed by their community or having it come up that they're going through, madness behind closed doors. I feel like at this point, a lot of your divine masculines are like eager to just have it be done with, let it come out, and then start some kind of new journey on their way back to you. They could also see or feel that you're in the sense of like waiting, like you could maybe feel them coming back, but they've got to go through this emotional journey first with the water there. Like they could be on a boat on their way back, but before they board that boat, they're trying really hard right now to free themselves of something that could be, not that easy to get out of. Okay. What are their next steps? What are the masculines' next steps? Okay, so we do have the loss of control, reckless, derailing, speeding, and then we have torment as well, anxiety, bondage, depression, and there's that bondage confirming that they feel like they've been in this hostage energy. We also have the street, circulation, sports, exhibit. I'm not feeling this card. I have no idea how to place that in here, so I'm just going to put that aside here. But, I'm more so drawn and attracted to, the loss of control, the reckless derailment and speeding, because this has a lot to do with trying to make a quick exit out of something. Like this is somebody literally running, speeding to get out of, this connection. I do feel like it has a lot with, freeing yourself, getting your energy back, taking back control of your life. And you know what? That whole taking back control of your life, This really does confirm for me that many of them, like, that's the truth, guys. And a lot of you have been feeling it intuitively, that they go through a lot behind closed doors with whatever's been trapping them or keeping them troubled or held in the situation. That's why many of you may see two sides to the coin sometimes. Like, you can feel the paranoia, or you may feel your masculines in an energy of, you know, light to dark. It's that energy that's been affecting them. It's like many of them have not felt like themselves, but they've been gaining some kind of clarity somehow, like standing up for themselves and pulling out the staff. The crown, it tells me they're standing up to the karmic, or they've received some kind of revelation. You know what it is too, a torment? You know when you hit rock bottom, that's when you tend to pray? That's what I'm feeling. The calling in the storm is literally somebody saying their Hail Marys. I don't know if somebody's been praying, saying our Father, or like maybe they were never religious before. Now is the time. I feel like maybe many of your divine masculines might be praying really hard to get out of the situation, because guys, they're exhausted. Like, I really do feel like someone may miss you. Missing you is the feeling that they hold on to, that's been helping them to gain back some sort of control. I can even feel it in the seriousness of my tone in this reading. All right, guys. So that is the gist of what's happening with the Divine Masculine Collective. If a lot of you have been picking up on this exhaustion and it's just not your energy, like you're like, I'm getting enough sleep, I am in a good routine, it's your masculines. Okay, so I hope this has found you guys well. You guys take it easy, okay? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.